Do you know that the kind of music and movies we watch can have a very deadly impact on our Christian faith? Yes, I know most of you are aware of this. And there are a lot of people, most especially Christians, that are highly addicted to these entertainment music and movies that they can not even get away from it in a day. Now, if you are that kind of people that are so addicted into watching movies and music that are not really inspired by our Christian faith, then I would advise that you watch and listen to this message that I'm about to bring out. A sister sent in this story. She was actually a part of this addictive stuff of she, consistently watching these entertainment movies and music, and God manifested into her life and revealed certain demonic things that we as Christians, we need to know, most especially in these evil times. Okay. Sincerely, you're going to be shocked at what was revealed to this sister. Okay. So I just want you to sit tight and listen to this message. If this is your first time watching a video on this channel, I'd like to welcome you. This is a Christian-based channel where we share visions and dreams and messages from the Lord. If you're interested, you can choose to subscribe, and then also make sure you like this video so that the video can grow to reach a larger audience. Okay. And do not forget to share this video with your friends and family so that they may also receive the message of the Lord. If you have any message from the Lord, if you have any vision or testimony that you would want to share with us, just feel free to pick up the email address below and record a video or an audio narrating your message and send it in. Once I receive permission from the Lord, I'm going to put your message on the channel. All right. So you can also catch me on Rambo. You can also follow me on Facebook, Twitter, and then you can join our WhatsApp community as well. You can find the links to these pages within the description section of the video. All right, so just sit tight as I proceed with the reading. My name is Jennifer. I want to share a very important message I received from the Lord with your audience. Sincerely, this is quite a bit disturbing. One of the most critical aspects of the dream was the warning about possession through media. I was born in America, but raised in the Caribbean. My love for storytelling, both through music and movie, has been a constant desire in my life. These forms of entertainment have always been a source of joy and inspiration for me, whether it's emotional journey of a film or the notes of a song. I've always found a special form of addiction to these experiences. This addiction of staying behind the television and watching movies have consumed me so much to the point where I do not even have time for God to pray and to study the Bible any longer. However, recently, something happened that made me reevaluate my relationship with these movies and music. In a dream that I had one afternoon, it looked so real to be called a dream. Everything about my experience was as real as my daily life. This revelation has changed how I view the media I consume. And I believe it's important for all of us to consider the spiritual implications of what we watch and listen to. On the 4th of April 2024, before that day, a friend of mine had recommended to me a movie by Tyler Perry. So I went through my usual routine during the day and decided to check the movie out. So I started watching this series called The Oval. When I slept, I dreamt of this. In this dream, I found myself in a place that was both strange and unfamiliar, a place that seemed to shift and change with every glance. I noticed I was under a big tree. I can't tell the type of tree. I was just alone, and this place I found is not something I can vividly describe in detail, because anytime I turned, it changed. At one point, it looked like it was going to rain. At another moment, it appeared like a desert. At another point in time, it seemed like I was by the seashore, so it's not specific. This time around, at the shore of the sea, I saw myself in the midst of so many people. We were all standing and facing something like a big wide screen. It was as if we were getting prepared to watch a cinematic movie. While I stood there, I saw a display on the screen. A man appeared on the screen. He looked so familiar to me, but I couldn't tell who he was in the dream. But his presence was greater than anything. He began to talk on the screen, and he called my name out. It looked like he was able to see me from the screen. He then spoke to me. The voice that came out of his vocal cords were instinctively divine. It wasn't loud or booming, but it rang deeply within me. As he spoke, everything he said had an expression like a movie before me. The first thing he spoke to me was warning me to stay away from worldly music and movies. There was an urgency to the message, a warning that went beyond mere words. Then he mentioned a name that took me by surprise: Tyler Perry. It's hard to explain the mix of emotions I felt at that moment. I have watched and admired his work for years. His films and plays have often been seen as uplifting, filled with humor, life lessons, and moments that many, including myself, have found deeply relatable and inspiring. But here in this dream, God's voice named Tyler Perry as an agent of the devil. The shock of this statement was overwhelming. To think that someone who had seemingly dedicated his life and work to uplifting others could be using his influence for such sinister purposes was deeply unsettling. As the dream continued, I was shown scenes from Tyler Perry's movies, but now they appeared in a different light. What I had previously perceived as mere entertainment now seemed laced with hidden messages and subtle deceptions. The dream suggested that these films were not just stories, but tools designed to lead people away from God. The man on the screen informed me that Tyler Perry secretly denies Jesus. At this point, I knew the man on the screen was a heavenly being, because he possessed the knowledge and wisdom beyond human capacity. This revelation was in a complete contrast to Tyler Perry's public image I have known over the years. I know Tyler Perry for speaking openly about his faith, often attributing his success to God's blessings and frequently referencing Christian themes in his work. It raised questions about the authenticity and the true nature of his beliefs, but my doubts were clear with what was being displayed before my eyes. At that moment, one of the counsels that came to mind was the fact that we always need to look beyond surface appearances and be wary of the true spiritual influences at play. The notion that someone could outwardly profess faith while secretly working against it is a powerful spiritual warfare. Tyler Perry's extraordinary success and widespread influence are not solely the results of his talent and hard work. Instead, there is a darker element at play, one that involves a pact and deal with the devil. The truth was disturbing, as it implied that his achievements were part of a larger and more malevolent plan. Tyler Perry's rise to fame and fortune has been great, and his work resonating with millions around the world. However, the dream revealed that this success was not just a blessing, but a strategic agreement by the devil to use Perry's platform for spreading subtle deceptions. The dream revealed that Tyler Perry's movies played a crucial role in this evil agenda. These films, which many of us have enjoyed for their entertainment value and moral lessons. Many of his movies, including The Oval, were shown to be tools designed to draw souls for the devil. This was a deeply unsettling revelation, making me question the true impact of his work on audiences. The movies were depicted as vehicles for promoting values and behaviors that diverge from God's teachings. For instance, after I had this dream, my mind was drawn to some of Perry's films, which often advocate positive views on LGBT issues, and this contradicts traditional Christian values. More disturbingly, it was shown that his movies subtly encourage sexual immorality, drawing viewers into behaviors that lead many away from righteous path. The dream revealed that many of the movies often contain content that, while not always explicit, instead encourages behaviors and attitude that lead viewers away from moral purity. This could be through romanticizing illicit relationships, normalizing casual sex, or downplaying the consequences of sexual sin. The dream warned that by consuming such content, individuals might gradually become more accepting of behaviors that are contrary to God's commandments. It was also revealed to me the impact that movies and music can have on our souls. The content we consume is not merely a source of entertainment, but a powerful influence on our spiritual well-being. Movies and music shape our thoughts, emotions, and values, often in ways we might not immediately realize. God warned that much of the worldly content we enjoy carries hidden spiritual consequences. The messages, themes, and behaviors depicted in the media can influence our beliefs and actions, steering away from God's teachings. Whether it's through normalizing sinful behavior, promoting materialistic values, or desensitizing us to immorality, these forms of entertainment can gradually erode our spiritual health. God revealed to me specific examples where seemingly innocent content was laced with messages that conflicted with Christian values. One of the most critical aspects of the dream was the warning about possession through media. God showed me that consuming certain movies and music could open spiritual doors, allowing negative influences or even demonic forces to enter our lives. This idea was both shocking and sobering, highlighting the need for greater discernment in our media choices. The theme of violence, lust, and rebellion in some media were shown to create spiritual vulnerabilities, making it easier for dark forces to exert influence over a person's thoughts and actions. After my dream, I've come to deeply question Tyler Perry's influence and the content of his productions. After the experience I had in the dream, I had to question some of his shows like The Ruthless and The Oval. I prayed about it, and it was confirmed to me that all those movies are evil, and we need to stay away from them. This contradiction between Perry's public persona and the content of his work raises serious questions about his true intentions. It's vital for everyone, especially Christians, to critically analyze Perry's works through the lens of biblical truth, rather than being swayed by surface appearances, just like it happened to me. This revelation has led me to urge others to seek clarity and discernment when consuming media, ensuring that whatever they watch aligns with their faith and values. Thank you. All right, guys. Thank you very much for staying with me to the end of our sister's message. Now, I strongly believe that you heard everything for yourself. Okay. What we need to do is to seek discernment like we always do. As Christians, whatever message we come across, we need to first take it to the Lord and test the spirits to confirm that if this message that we have received is truly coming from the Lord. Now, aside seeking consent from the Lord, I strongly believe that as matured as we are in our Christian faith, we definitely know that one of the major ways that the devil uses to manipulate Christians or children of God is through the entertainment industry. Okay. If you are not aware of this, you should be. And this, after listening to this woman's message, this whole thing is not only about Tyler Perry. Okay. There are a whole lot of movie directors, movie producers in the movie industry that are actually working for the devil. Okay. Probably in this message was solely concerned about Tyler Perry. But then this has actually raised an alarm to us to also check other movie producers. There are a whole lot of them that are actually working for the devil. And we need to make sure that we stay away from them. Because one way or the other, their movies, their music, their images, whatever they try to put on the screens for us to watch is actually a manipulation that is going to draw us away from our faith and our relationship that we have with the Lord. So I would advise that we pay attention to the kind of movies we watch and the kind of music we listen to. Not everything is good for us. The Bible has cautioned us that we have the right to do everything. The word of God is not stopping us from watching movies, okay? The Bible tells us that we have the right to do everything, but not everything that we do will be beneficial to our spirit or to our soul. Okay, it is stated in the Bible. So we always need to make sure that the fact that God has given us the will to do anything doesn't mean that everything is good for us. We always need to make sure that whatever we consume out there should be of any positive or great value to the will of God. Okay, so if you're someone that is addicted in watching movies like these, you need to make sure that you stay away from them. Take it to the Lord and pray. If you have an addiction to these kind of movies and music that you're going to find it difficult to stay away from, take it to the Lord and pray to the Lord, and the Lord will break that addiction for you. Okay. Thank you very much. I want you to also leave your thoughts. If you have any opinions or if you've had any experiences with these movies and music, just feel free to leave it in the comment section below. And make sure you like this video and share it to your friends and family so that they may also receive the message of the Lord. Thank you very much.